Hello everyone, and welcome back to a sunny evening star and another cosy campfire for our level 27 episode of A Shift in Time. Hope you're all having a good day. I think I missed to mention feat for 25 I took Epic Spell Power Force, and then for 27 it was Intensify, which is now on the bar and toggled on. I figure that between the that we're on Reaper's Power now, aren't we? So we're not conserving the mana anymore that way. But between with the Evergreen Mantle still on, we should be able to, with the mana that we've got, we should be able to manage, I think, with all these metas on. At least we're going to find out, aren't we? Bearing in mind that we do get those extra temp spell points every time I swap the weapons and re-rage. And we're getting better with that now. 7, so we should be getting a 700 buffer from this. Yeah, look there, isn't that tasty? And it's only going to get better. The Shield of Rage, and lasts for 10 minutes as well. Not that they're ever going to stay up for that long, but it's nice to know that unlike, say, Winter's Heart, they're not going to disappear suddenly either. Now, the Winter Heart, I really need to get used to triggering that, just before an encounter, just before needed. And the Scales of the Dragon are more like the Shield, because they last for 5 minutes or until used. I just wish they could add to that, so I would see how much of a barrier I've got. Speaking of the Scale of the Dragon, I was wondering about the effect this... does it tell you there? No, here. So the secondary side absorbs 50% of the elemental damage of your dragon type. Now, as a cold druid, we have a significant amount of cold absorption anyway, as you can see there. So I was wondering how that stacked up. The answer is it doesn't. So we don't get any benefit. Well, unless you count the cosmetic blue fire thing, we don't get any benefit from that at all, as far as I can see. I was wondering, because it displays it's displaying like a fire shield cold. Can we actually do fire shield cold? Well, that's yes. So we can cast the fire shield cold. And that did boost up the fire absorption, didn't it? I saw, yeah. So for something like, I guess that new raid that I haven't set foot in yet, and probably won't for some time. Maybe the magma boots coupled with fire shield cold would be a thing in there, or in the fire over Morgrave as well, perhaps. So we can still cast that. But the dragon one does not stack. Okay, that's good to know. Otherwise, no changes to gear or anything. I noticed they've done an update today, something to do with line of sight to improve game performance. I wonder if it's anything to do with the fact that the hireling can be standing right next to a lever and still say it's too far away or it's blocked or something. Or, as has happened numerous times to me recently, trying to disable disable by a variety of means a spell ward, and I'm really close to it and it's telling me it's blocked. If we get some improvements on that, I will be more than happy, because that is somewhat frustrating. Epic Destinies, I think I've already mentioned what we've done in this tree. So we've picked up the evasion, which is already being very nice for us. We've got more spell power there, and enlarge meta magic costing almost nothing, so that's switched on all the time now. I think that's pretty much it. We've got Scales of the Dragon back from this tree, and 1 point there in transmutation. I guess that's the next investment there. I don't think there's too much more we'll be able to put until we actually reach the cap and get that that big boost in destiny points to spend, because obviously we need to power on through here and get the top tier, but that can only come at the cap. So in terms of useful things for leveling, I think we're more or less there. We seem to be in a pretty good place. I'm not complaining. So the high road is up next in terms of our saga, Evening Star sagas that we've got to complete. So let's get stuck into it. I still can't remember the shortcut, the jumpy shortcut in... Let's try and remember it together. There's a jumpy shortcut in the first one, isn't there? The... what's it called? Green-wheeled lane or something like that, where you escort the Harper. And I know that it comes around or just after the first boss encounter, doesn't it? That's as much as I remember.
Its whole adventurers stand around the campfire, telling tales of their exploits and griping about their... A dwarven merchant has a makeshift store in the ruins. It may be wise to make sure your supplies are well stocked.
So, one thing I did test to see if I could cast Rage outside and then come into a quest and have it still on for the extra mana boost. I can't seem to do that. Like most things, it removes the rage, so you can't carry extra.
It's time to go now. Pull away your anchor.
Oops, wrong key. Okay, wrong way round there. I wanted power first.
The rear of the fireplace opens smoothly, pulled open by some hidden mechanism.
Come on then.
Netherese agents. They must be searching this part of the castle for the Nether. A frustrated voice echoes from down the hall. Find a way to dispel the barrier protecting the scroll, Kelton. Corrupt the local elementals, Kelton. Bah! I do all the work, and you'll get all the credit.
I was watching a YouTube from one of the Reaper 10 crowd the other night, and one of the things I noticed, I keep talking about, sorry if it bores you, but it's a real issue I have, like not triggering certain things because they're in the wrong place on the bar, or I can't get my hand to them very often, or what have you. I noticed that the person, because they showed the placing of the hands, there was one hand that stayed always on the mouse, and the left hand stayed always around the movement area of the keyboard. So the person never took the hand off the mouse, like to press the keys down here, 8 and 9 and that kind of thing on the hotbar. Not that I could see. It was always around the WSAD area. So that being the case, and obviously it's a good thing to do, because it means, especially in the tougher content, you're not losing sort of movement potential by doing that. So I was wondering maybe about mapping some of the nicer things, like Word of Balance. I don't use it nearly so much now. I've relegated it down there. Basically just when a Reaper comes up, or maybe the odd end boss. With our evasion, can we... Oh no, it's not that kind of a check, is it, by the looks of it? I was wondering about trying to map say word of balance to one of my buttons on the mouse, on the side of the mouse. I've got the wings mapped to the middle mouse button. Oh, it's divine we're counted as, isn't it? Oh wow, boom. Another thing I read in the forum recently about somebody who was having trouble, like I sometimes have, of the hotbars randomly switching. Now apparently there are keys, is it key mapping? That you can switch off, like to go forward and back one hotbar, and yeah, next shortcut bar and previous so we clear those two, and then I think we'll clear all these as well, so we don't accidentally switch the bars. That was another really nice piece of advice for someone from the same rabid fox who provided that super link to the tankier version of the Artificer build. So there for the famine, the hand came off the mouse, and obviously I'm a sitting duck movement-wise when that happens. Maybe I should just lump it and deal with it and just press 8 and 9. I don't know. What do you folks do? Do you have some things mapped to the mouse buttons, or do you just make do and press? Take your hand off the mouse on occasion and press the other buttons as needed. I tried to go for the colour spray there. Okay. So again there I was taking the hand off the mouse to do the number pad 1, 2 and 3 with the right hand, but I tend to do that only against boss, or well, that was a boss target, wasn't it? Maybe I should just accept the fact I'll never be an elite level player, so just do whatever I see fit and live with it. Nice one. So the mana is being chewed into, but that's what it's there for. Am I not able to do the holy one either? It doesn't look like it, does it? Wow.
Sound of opening metal can be heard in the distance.
Little bonus there. I suppose we could just, I don't think we're going to need it.
The castle
I
throne
think
room
this
lies
level of
beyond.
mana should be
The
ample
Netherese
for
wizard waves at you
this job.
dismissively. So, you made it past the others. Is this what you're looking for? The scroll piece? How unfortunate. Well then, it's time to meet the wizard calls out to the darkness.
So loads of temp hit points we should have there. Get the lightning in here. Let's get the magic immunity up. So we should be... Yeah. Oh, hello. 2 Reapers. Let's get out of there. The lightning battered them by the looks of it. Lovely stuff. I'm glad I remembered to use the null magic thing. So against any magic toting boss we should be fairly well off, shouldn't we? Or I wonder if it works against the really nasty things like the draining mouth in Mythdrana. And it's not just for me either. Anybody next to me sort of within that shield gets it. So a crowd of melees could be sheltering under there, which would be great for a group. I see why they say that this this Magus Destiny is nicer for the groups than the Draconic might be.
This once bustling village is strangely silent. No townspeople can be seen, and many of the windows are shuttered. Are the villagers hiding from
Right.
local bandits?
Now this
Or
will be a real
something
test of the temp hit points. If we go normally, I just stand here and let them come to me. If we just test it and go into that area.
It's time to go now.
It is time to go.
Haul away your anchor.
A nervous man motions for you to come closer.
So with the dragon ones that are not displayed, we've got almost
Before the man can give you the key,
well,
cells
getting towards 2,000, haven't we?
by buildings.
So let's keep moving
Is off, frightened.
like the purists would. Try not to be too easy a target for them. I can see we've still got a nice bank of temp HP there. Somebody's chasing us there. Chasing no longer. I'll scoop up this soul in passing.
The courtyard grows thick
Yeah,
with
between our lightning and
terrified
jumping
villagers
around, I thought we did rather well there, at least for me. I've been known to just stand here in the middle and be absolutely pincushioned there, so somewhat of an improvement. The thing I struggle with, as I already touched on, is to do the jumpy stuff while, you know, casting things and doing things. I'm just sort of testing, would I be able to press a thing on the mouse, on the side of the mouse while doing this? I think I might struggle with that. Because my sorry if this is boring to you all, my right thumb is sort of there on the side of the mouse to steady the mouse, so I don't rate my chances of doing that without going all over the place.
As you enter
Not
the
gonna
inn,
bother with the
a
breakables
voice
this time, there's
calls
just
out,
too many of them.
"Help! Help! They've taken over the place!"
I think if we go a full circuit round, we'll open up everything, won't we? So against the shadow type stuff, Sunburst should be pretty good, shouldn't it? The rats and that kind of thing. We're going to try anyway. Against you we've got that. So that's always a quick... I think I'm going to have to leave that now. Where it is the word of balance, because I'm getting used to finger off the keyboard, hand off the mouse and press 9. Getting used to that. Keep feeding me souls, people. I love it. Particularly for someone like me with the, let's call it tunnel vision issues I have of not noticing things around me. The lightning is great for eliminating and or attracting my attention to the fact that something's there.
A voice inquires. Please, come into my office.
Forum reading suggests it becomes somewhat less effective
The innkeeper gives you the
in the
bar key.
higher levels, like at the cap.
Don't you
But
touch anything but that key.
It's
Keep
going
all
to
my
have more
valuables in
use
that
than
safe.
just pinging opponents at the cap. I've borrowed some advice
As you
again
enter
from
the
people
bar,
in the
a
forums,
Netherese wizard brandishes
and
his staff. You will not stop
I've got
us from
like
finding
like we're
pieces
doing with
on
the
Therian
swap
scroll.
thing for the temporary hit points.
Or die.
I've got a swap thing for the lightning to make it hit stronger, maybe with
As
a
the wizard
damage over time
enhances
effect for the
running
target,
spell,
and also
shadows
inflict
begin to lift and move along the floor.
vulnerability on the target. Oh, that was nice, yes. So good choice there. A legitimate reason to use the sunburst that I seem to like. Where was I? Yeah, so our lightning could trigger some nice temporary hit points for us,
Here, the wizard calls down. If you have the nerve to face me,
as well as inflicting vulnerability on like enemy boss targets and that kind of thing. Come on. So I plan to try and keep that as simple as possible with the... did we get them? Yes, we did. With the lightning. I've got a stick to swap into for the F6, F7 for the power, cast the lightning, and then swap back to my standard setup. Nothing fancy.
The Netherese wizard stops his casters to approach. Anger washes over his face. With the wizard and his shadowy minions,
I could have tried
dispatched,
the Finger
the
of Death
dark
against him,
barriers
couldn't I?
fade away. The contents of the
But
chest are mostly junk.
I suspect
It's
that,
not
like most
clear
of those
what
things,
valuables the
he would have
innkeeper
had
was
Death
worried
Ward.
about.
It's always perversely satisfying to Finger of Death a nasty opponent, like, for instance, the big Orthon at the bottom of Grim and Barrett. I managed to get him in the heroic
There is nowhere to be seen.
journey this time.
Not surprising,
And I
as
was
the
just thinking,
sellswords have
yes.
ransacked the tavern in their search for the scroll piece.
Oh, come on, Shadows, you were supposed to come close. I think we've got some small issues here. Yeah, or anything with a crown on to Finger of Death, that is just like, yes, moment. Although in my case, I'm kind of doing a bit of a lottery. I don't know in advance which of them have Death Ward and which don't. I think it's, you should be dead. I think it's nicely documented on the wiki, isn't it? Which ones do. But I haven't learnt that yet. To me, I just consider it a bonus when
Hold your attacks, man. The
when
wizard's
one is
voice goes
vulnerable to it.
Your life is now full.
I know these things can put out some nasty damage.
Patient, the wizard cries. It is time to end this.
Let's get our anti-shadow stuff up. Oh, Black Dragon Bolt, not cool. Can we get rid of the caster, please? Struggling now health-wise. Yeah, struggling. Not doing a good job here at all. Panicked there and lost the plot a bit. But I did focus. I don't think we came close to dying. I did focus some. I remembered to cast the Shard Storm. That's one thing I was wondering. A large crate, yes, I know. And you're going to take 3 hours to go up the stairs now. I was wondering about... Oh! Hello, hello. Wondering about this choice of Epic Strike. Obviously it keeps us safe for the Shard Storm, and it does do some damage to the opponents around
The only thing that sponge ever gave me
when the innkeeper's quite finished.
to pay his bar tab.
I was wondering about
The bartender's face lights up.
going with the... Oh, I can't show it there, but there is a... Is it Thunder Snow that's an option in there as well? Because we're in Sky Nature as well. I know it's basically just a long-range lightning bolt, isn't it? And it's on a 20-second cooldown, so... Excuse me. I have tried it in the past and wasn't particularly impressed. We don't have amazing electric crit chance at the cap either. I'm just relying on the the legendary version of what I've got on now. The legendary Spinneret gives me my electric crit power. I think it's somewhere in the 30s, so not amazing. Probably I would be ill-advised to take that. But I'm always thinking when I'm struggling a bit on bosses and boss damage, to the extent that they're hurting me, I start thinking about options. Obviously Ruins is the obvious one, but they wouldn't be available until the cap anyway. It's the Greater Ruin you really want. The standard one is okay, but I wouldn't say it's amazing. It's the Greater one that's the big target deleter. But again, let's be patient and let's see what that 0 degree comet can do for us at the cap. These little potions, if you didn't know, you can pick those up for Commendations of Valor, which you get for completing, well, you can take as reward for completing any epic quest. Better done with the legendary ones because they give more commendations as a reward. Where was I?
It's time to go now.
These little things, if you didn't know, available from the portable hole and various other sources, just give you a little stacking bonus to your main spell power. We could, of course, have taken one for force and one for electric as well, but in the interest of keeping the clicking down because it is on a 3-minute cooldown. I just leave it as the cold one and take that as a job done. There's a little breakable bonus to be had here for very little work. There we go.
Seamus's directions to the giant felled oak lead into the cave tunnel and deeper into the swamp.
I was talking in the past about, oh nice one, about not being able to raise the, come on, yeah, about not being able to raise the mana up to the level of the rage. Oops, what a mess I made there. Did that not? Yeah, that's interesting. So the illusion thing hit him but didn't stun him, so he saved from at least one of the effects there. And it's on a 72. Wow. Maybe that tells me I've made a bit of a boo-boo there and should prioritise illusion over necro. I still, this debate's going to rage on until we reach the cap, I'm afraid.
From the path to the west come strange ethereal sounds and
What am I going to do against that? Just one of those? Okay.
the hermit's footprints lead off to the east, deeper into the gloomy wild. A massive tree looms in the midst of the void.
Another Reaper. Yeah, and I don't know if that one just lagged through my defense. He didn't seem to get stopped at all by the colour spray, did he? A 72 for... Well, I've seen somebody with 72 in Legendary. I don't know if this was because it was being buggy or something, but I've seen that working in mid Reaper in Legendary, doing really nicely. So like Reaper 6, it was holding things with no problem.
You have found the Fallen Oak Shrine. You must be close to the lair of the Medusa Shatus.
Now, do we need the shrine? No, we're fine, aren't we?
Waits to speak with you near the giant
So yeah, I
fallen oak
could
just ahead.
totally, when raging at the start, use one of these to, well, like now I'm on 4-5. I could use a ring to boost my mana up to that new level, couldn't I?
The massive tree trunk ends as the tunnel abruptly turns to the right. Through musty snow, it smells of swamp. The heart of the swamp must be near. Beyond the thorns lie the fetid waters of the swamp where the Medusa awaits. Furious.
Why, actually, that's interesting.
The Medusa
It
summons
triggered
her
Evergreen, that casting of the... Very nice. So not only did I get my extra spell points, I also got the bank of 100 temporaries from that for using the Ring of Spell Storing. Very nice indeed. So the Moon Lance is hitting pretty hard still. It's on a caster level 31 because it's capped at that. Still seems pretty strong. So although we didn't manage to damage them at all with the tsunami, it still knocked them all over, which is helpful to us.
Flickering firelight and murky fog filled the tunnel.
So it classes as a spell, the triggering a mnemonic aid item.
A pair of
That's
stone
interesting.
statues stand as silent warnings. You are entering the domain. The Medusa raises a magic barrier as she directs her minions to attack. Hissing fury, destruction of her
We're having some success with the
more servants to defend her.
oh, we're having some success with the Finger of Death, aren't we? Except not against those, they're death warded, aren't they? Can we... Yes, we can. Keep them blinded, I think. Yeah, lovely job, lovely job.
Magic shutters their eyes out. Fools.
Okay. Let's hope not. So our Moon Lance, remember, now inflicts vulnerability, and we could see some purple numbers anyway because I'd started off with the freezing spray for more cold damage from all sources. That's why Fools goes particularly well with, we do have a cold sorcerer in the bear party and a cold focused Storm Singer Bard. So if I hit the target first with that, and then the sorcerer and bard come in with the ruins they've got, that makes a real mess. I can never quite remember where this last one is. Is it down here? Check the map. Yeah. Have I gone the wrong... Oh. Okay, so let's try and remember. This would be for the first time alone. If I could try and remember this shortcut. Breakables in this one, as far as I know, are all at the start and then all at the end, so I guess we might as well make a token effort at them.
Benson speaks as you approach. I've been scrying, watching.
Oh, how many... place your bets now. How many times am I going to forget the Harper guy?
Agent wouldn't keep me waiting like this.
Or will I remember the null magic aura again before reaching the cap? You get a bonus if you get both of them right.
I know you're not looking forward to escorting me, but I'll have you know I'm more capable than you think when it comes to defending myself. I am a Harper wizard after all. Help me deal with
I'll
this
help you
creature.
only because I knew it was coming.
Summoned when I crumpled the scroll fragment by accident.
Are you going to follow me now? Yes.
Oh, I will have to be more careful with the scroll, especially if we are attacked during our journey. It could summon more demons if the scroll is disturbed again.
That was a nice one. The lightning helped me out as well. My Finger of Death spell sort of went missing there, maybe because the target went out of my target box, as it were. Nice job. Dretch back there, can we just... Yes, we can. And I think this is it, isn't it? Isn't this... This is the first boss.
Even though you are late, don't get too excited. I can already tell there'll be plenty more out there trying to stop us.
So, what happens here? Is it just... Do they jump up here or something? Yes, they do. They do. Right, okay. Now, where do I go from here? Is it across here? And... round here? I think it is. So well done me, I seem to have learned something new there, and thank you to Klitsch from the Bear Party for pointing that one out to me. Oh, the bane of my life, the old Death Ward. Get everything.
You hear that? Sounds like someone stirred up an ornery dire bear.
Still got the Harper guy following us.
Didn't educate their hired muscle
Still got some temp hit points, that's good. I'll set up the crowd control because they're bound to come swarming all over the Harper, they always do. Do we have any more coming? Not yet. Okay, let's try and block up this area as well. Got a wolf behind us, I can see that. Is everything dead? I think it is. Okay, we'll just... Oh no, she's... Let's just try and sneak in and grab that soul, can we? Yeah. I'm not going to bother with the spell wards because I think there are too many. And I'm not convinced I would get a bonus anyway. Oh, hello. I've done a half decent job of watching the Harper so far.
Ignore this roadblock. The lodge isn't down that way.
Oh crikey, I walked past her, that was bad. I'll tell you one thing I'm not doing too badly on. Every time I see us take a bit of damage into the actual health, well, not every time, but sometimes I manage to trigger the shard storm, which is quite nice for our survival prospects. Nice.
Oh no, not again. Oh well, it's probably nothing. Through the forest to the lodge now.
Still sad at the relegation of the Word of Balance down there. It is on a significantly shorter cooldown than Finger of Death, so it would get more use if it was up in the top areas. I need to try and figure out something for that. Can we make a big pile out of you lot? Ooh. Had some things go missing there, I think.
This isn't good. If they're here in the forest, they may be at the lodge as well. I hope we're not too late.
Yeah, poor word of balance only gets used when the Reapers pop up. And I'm sure there are many more nice uses than that for it.
The Netheries must know where the lodge is by now.
So I think a good
Druid helped them divine its location.
approach for us against nasty targets is the freezing spray for more cold damage, and then the 2 cold dots, followed by the moon lance to give more vulnerability. I think that's a good start. Let's try and make a killing area here. Make sure our Harper friend doesn't get overwhelmed by spiders. Now what happened there? Did he resist the... Did he resist the finger of death? He had some kind... He saved? Or what? I didn't quite see that. But I suppose finger of death against a dire bear is always going to be struggling, isn't it?
An ambush! I should have expected this. This had better be the last of them. It looks like they sent an elite assassin to
Come
clean
on.
up in case we made it this far.
Anybody else? No, I don't think so. Now comes the fun part. Not clearing up all the breakables in this area.
Good work. The warded container should be downstairs. Follow me.
Oh, where have I gone? Did I go downstairs by accident? I think I did. Okay, almost done. I think that's it, is it? Ransack, yep. Happy days.
Careful.
Okay, let's
Do
get
not
the...
underestimate the cunning and insanity of this one. The Netheries didn't hire him for his good looks.
I think somewhere along that line I let my rage run out, which is not good. Speaking of which, it's lasting for almost 5 minutes now, which is great. I guess con-wise, yeah, con-wise we're nearing what we will be at the cap, I guess. So that's how long they're going to last, 5 minutes at a time, which isn't bad at all. Let's go for some lightning as well.
Watch out! Never leave an opening like that!
think he hit us with a dragon bolt there. That's why we've started struggling a bit for health, but all in all, pretty good.
Fragment should no longer be a threat to the operation now that it's safely ordered inside the artifact container. Feel free to take anything else you find.
Don't worry, we will. Now, I didn't quite register when I started this. Do we have time to show the last one in the chain? Go on, we'll give it a go. Oh, there's a boss there. Can I just sneak out and nab you? Yes. So my memories of the last one, there is a little shortcut in that one as well that the same person showed me. I think you can sort of cut across the river area and go straight to the end of the bridge towards the end, can't you? I'll try and think of that when we come up to the river area, see if we can lessen our pain there a little. But the memory I have of that one is of the end fight and of being impaled on the spikes. Now, as we have, you get blown up in the air, don't you, by the boss, and then land on the spikes. As we have feather fall here, there's no excuse for landing on the spikes this time. Come on, game, don't start. It's been really good this morning. Hey, I'm quick to, well, I think we're all quick to jump on it when it's a disaster, aren't we? I'm guessing this is much less of an issue with the peak time. This is kind of middle of the night for Americas and Canadas and that, and early morning, well, mid-morning. It's 9:20 here for me here in the UK. So maybe that's the best time. It is actually, from experience, it's the best time for me to get a half decent performance out of the game. From which we can conclude there's not too many on. I guess if we look at the grouping thing, yeah, there's only one end game thing and not too much by way of the other groups. So, and no public raids going on that I can see. So that allegedly helps too.
A keen-eyed elf nods to you as you enter the cottage. This must be the Harper agent you were sent to meet.
Aside from the Warlock tank, which you might have seen me doing with purple, this is probably the first time I've leveled a caster with this degree of attention paid to survival, like the 10 hit point quota. And I must say it's been quite successful, especially for somebody like me. I'll reiterate, I don't jump around nearly as often as I should. I take a lot more hits than I should. So to have this cushion has been more than helpful.
As you enter the grounds,
Particularly pleased with the fact that I'm a creature of habit, a creature of routine. So if I remember to keep triggering the stuff, I think it's going to bode well for our future. No breakables, no spell wards, we're just going straight to the end goal.
fallen purple dragon knights lie near a battle-scarred
I've seen you over there, lurking. I think there's a spell ward barrier coming soon. What do we do here? Double. I was trying for the double sunburst, but one of them was on cooldown. As soon as I saw the shadows, my little eyes lit up. It's still out of range even for our prodigious range we have now. Can we shoot? Yeah, so the Moonlands absolutely does get enlarged on the... Or maybe it's just enlarged by default and you don't actually need the enlarged meta. Maybe it's classed as a ray spell.
Magical evil block the path.
I was figuring at least some might follow me. Come on. Yes, beautiful. So let's get into the habit of that sunburst against shadows. Now this is where the shortcut thing comes, isn't it? If we don't engage any of that and we just run round here, is it? We just go straight to the... Oh, hello. Where are we supposed to go? Is it over this way? I'm going to end up getting myself lost. The bridge is over there, isn't it, I think? Where are you going, sir? Have I gone the right way? I think I have. Yeah, just up on here, and we're there, aren't we? So, hey, hats off to me, because I don't find it easy to use new things like that, especially when I'm used to other ways. We made that one crowd control area work for loads and loads of them, so that was nice.
I'm ready to ship out. Where away?
Let's get ready for some shadow action. Ooh, nasty hit. You can die for that. I would have left you alone.
Time to weigh anchor and set sail.
What happened there? I'm not triggering the yeah, for some reason maybe I was doing it too quickly. I'll have to be aware of that. I wondered why I'd lost health there, and I was not triggering the temporary hit point barrier for some reason. I always try and make a little bit of a line to smash them with the tsunami. It's on a little bit of a cooldown, so you need to make the most of it when it's up. Like here.
The ramp leading down has been destroyed in a pair of Netherese wizards are engaged in a mystic ritual in the center of the keep. One of them calls to you with scorn in his voice.
I don't think I'm missing the dragon breath too much. Where the dragon breath would have come, I'm following up instead with ice flowers after the tsunami. So And this Moonlance is a definite gain. It's stronger than, well, much stronger than Assault Ray in terms of dealing damage. At the moment it's not doing any CC, but it will do. Although it's gonna be killing a lot of the minor stuff, I think, when we get to the tier 5. So don't forget to trigger the temp HPs. I think maybe we do the null magic thing as well when he pops up.
The sky goes dark and the smell of sulfur fills the area. An ominous vortex opens in the sky. A portal to some malevolent
Let's have this
place.
on as well.
The towering
Let's hit him with the cold vulnerabilities. Where is he? Okay. Where is it? Okay, he's halfway down, Reaper in the middle of it. It's going really well. Yes, beautiful. And of course most of the things disappear when he does. Very pleased with that.
Your harper friend Rena waves to you.
We came the moment Elminster detected the portal opening. I admit that this assignment could have gone a bit more smoothly.
Could have gone more. No, I don't think so. I think, for me personally, I think I did rather well there. We managed to remember for the first time for both of them, with me playing alone, the 2 shortcuts in the area. So that was great. Made decent use of the temp hit points, which is one of my priorities for this life, to see if I can make that work. And we got the things done in the right order. We got the cold vulnerability, we got the Moonlance going. So yeah, all in all, very happy with how that went. And the lag has just come now when the quest is finished. So not this time, game, not this time. Okay, I think that about wraps it up. Hope that was okay for you. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you very much as always for looking, and I'll speak to you next time. Take care.